play much better on the raise. I think it's a more
Okay, let's... Oh boy, we're walking down. Okay, Heretics on defense, Liquid on attack. And Liquid's Kryptonite of the Sova dart. Let's see if it's still a thing.
We've heard a lot of good things about
Whoa.
it in scrims and in compositions. This is a tactic they've practiced.
That's sick. No, that's the spike on its own. They left the spike. Dude, that was a sick take though. Omen flash from here, flash beyond.
It's quite a trek all the way over here. And well, they have to fight
Yeah, I like the trap play here.
the entirety of Heretics. Not ideal, Tom.
Wait, that's a one-way?
As far from ideal as you could probably get.
Suboptimal.
Yeah.
I didn't really, what did you even throw that on?
This is not going to be easy for them to retrieve, and I think they're almost going to have to win.
I had no idea this is a one-way.
Yeah, probably. And I think they've made the right call here as well, splitting in towards Hookah so they can at least.
I mean, it used to be when you could put it through walls. Actually, no, that's a lie. Bind was a weird map for it.
Heretics are aware of. They're not silly. Rienz is left behind to watch this, and so a bit of a challenge for him. Already though,
Good flash though on top.
Looks like Kiko will hold on to life, but the rest of Team Liquid are the ones that are falling before Kiko gets isolated. And sure,
Naps just takes TP. Yeah, he does. Gotta keep an eye on Benji though. Has one molly. Does he throw it or does he hide here? Yeah, doesn't want a molly. Just has the early rotation. And he realizes it's a free kill. Didn't want to give up his position with the molly, and yeah, all kind of fell apart once there was the spike left over towards long on its own. Loved the trap play here though. This Omen flash into flash beyond, that was cool. And then one-way smoke to just hold it that I've never seen. Very nice.
Like that's the worry I have. It's not
Keiju Quiggle with the tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for doing that. Veggie Hot Dog as well with the gifted. Thank you for doing that. And then Veggie Hot Dog with the second gifted as well. Thank you very much, mate.
Again, just another catastrophic error within 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, I think for my mental health, I was coming in saying, you know what, Team Liquid will just bounce out playing the normal game.
A little bit different in terms of their own defense. So they allowed one death here.
We couldn't really see the idea behind on the desk, and well, yeah, you couldn't see the execution behind it either. Now they come into a map that they're ready for, comps they're ready for, and they should be on their 2 feet stably. Well, that was about as unstable of a start to a map as you can see with the spike drop. Now they've got pistols to try and make this work up against the big guns. And then round 3, that's where we get back into the real meat and potatoes of the game. For Liquid, they've done well to isolate some close range angles. But again, the problem is Team Heretics have won every duel that they've gone for.
Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on damage, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a shock that.
Yeah, they've been good in these scenarios.
Yeah, and let me guess, it scans everyone.
Not taking too many very
Oh, the wall blocked it.
And while for now, at least, it's just going to be down to Mystic. Even a kill here would be nice. Just try and do some form of damage. And well, he is going to be able to take out 2. Very nicely done. On to just 4 HP, so you have to think that's all.
Okay, so they take out a Spectre. That's not too bad.
Just predicting exactly where he's going to go. But honestly, in a 1v5, he's done well there.
Yeah, I mean, he did well, sure.
Serene with the multiple E's. Thank you for that.
Team Liquid, before
the
we
kind
can
words.
start writing home about them. This is a round that carries a lot of weight with it, Tom, because the snowball of the previous map starts to come into play. If this was map 1, do I expect to see...
What do we expect him? 4 rifles, 1 ghost? Not too bad. Not too bad for the bonus at all. And what is the actual strat on it? We're setting up the one-way. Are we sending it? Looks like we might be sending it with a smoke down. Smoke down, but it is the one-way. Bro, this one-way is so legit.
Grabs 1 for free on Kiko. After all those spams coming in, a lot of the damage is going to be healed back up by Woot. And no surprise to anyone, it's another very successful early round for Team Heretics.
Yeah, similar to the last map. They've got that opener, and now it has to be Liquid trying to fight back. Now, at least they do still have some weaponry advantage.
And
Benji is left with
just got a Yoru ult, 4v5.
Bulldogs, it's still slightly favored, but with
Guy Dog was hard. With that, rotate comes in. Miniboo literally has all of his util still, apart from 1 TP. Dude, yeah, and Woot's even rotating as well. All goes in to get the info, confirms that they don't need to change the stack of 4-person. Wingman still gets the plant down though.
And they've already managed to deny that plant. It's going to have to be a fight back in, and Miniboo actually still got one there.
I don't know how, coming out of his ult that quickly. They know there's 2 players towards
Oh, wait, they didn't get down.
Though. That could be the element of surprise for Nats, as he's already dropped Benji Fishy, and that space to plant the spike finally achieved. That wave wall disappearing, and now the reckoning comes into play. It's barely
He must have
needed
just stopped little bro planting here. Okay, nicely done in the end. Managed to frag out a little bit.
For Team Liquid, even after losing the opening pick, that's more of what we wanted to see.
Yeah, I think a better mid-round from them. Just being able to adapt
I mean,
on the
it
fly.
just felt like they hit a lot of shots.
Was pretty good as well to be able to take some of those fights, but it is the first round on a road to many. And even then,
a lovely trade here.
Like
Okay, they just forced through a wall to try stop the plant at 20 seconds. That's not too bad.
Still going to be coming in with the purchase here. By the looks of it.
Okay, double ult used as well, and Enzo gets out the outlaw, and he can 2-tap one person. 2 people, sorry. 1 shot, 2 people. In terms of the round itself, massive buy round, right? We got a buy here next round. We got these 3 can buy, so only 4 people on the server can buy next round in terms of if they lose, and they are just going to farm this orb every single round with this one-way.
And that's actually heard them, so he's gone back. This is delaying the attack slightly, but they're just looking for opportunities.
2-tap 3 people, yeah.
Towards A, meant to rob them of info, but Team Heretics are grouping up on it right now. 3 players around that spot.
Bro, these Omen flashes right now. In the pistol, we see an Omen flash like this. On this, we see an Omen flash through here from long as well. I'm loving the Omen util right now. The Omen is sick. The full process of the Omen has been great. Big round attempts the econ again, and Liquid don't have much map control. They got 1, 2, 3 mollies though. Shot, absolute shot, and that might give them a chance into this.
Levels things for Liquid. Looking like another scenario where Heretics could just work
playing
on
it
their
well.
advantages, but that fight has
Good reposition. Might think he's on short.
into a winnable occasion. And very passive holds as well. It does make it a little bit easier though for them to isolate one of these fights.
Okay, imagine there's a mosh pit on the spike, and then I imagine we got a double molly coming in from Nats. There's one. Brains might be able to stick this. And he does, bro. Nats was so close to getting the kill, but shout out to Reigns, he just had a good decision to just insta-stick on this. As soon as the mosh pit had gone down, and it was close. Like, it was real close, but Nats doesn't win the round here. Yeah, this was sick, and the fact they do it with a Yoru so they can TP back. Yeah. Dude, Heretics have been cooking up some good stuff with this Omen.
So close. It's so close.
You can see. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get a timer on that one, but it was incredibly close. Even if he fired the second he saw him. 3-1.
Yeah.
Round 5.
With the plant, they force into it. Enzo takes the hit.
Enzo, but they're still able to muster some rifles across the board. Heretics have some weaknesses.
And now they change their one way over towards showers.
Those are strengths on a map like this. The judge on Benji Fishy in particular.
Especially with him being able to
Oh boy, it's my favorite.
fall back. You have to hope there's going to be something sent in. They just got to try and walk this. It's not going to be easy for him to get away with anything. In fact,
there's the spike. How's it up there?
Interesting spike position. It's got caught in the wall. They should be able to retrieve it.
Six like, what the hell? What's going on?
Luckily, no longer. It's come back down to earth. Spike retrieved, but damage done to Mystic will linger later on into the round, and the drone coming through spots them. Good information to play with. Seekers doubling up to cement the positions of these players in case that drone didn't see them. And gate crash from Miniboo. Sent out. I
think the idea of judging over towards Hookah is kind of sick, because what util you're going to use to push this judge off, like your Dizzy, a wingman that you then can't retrieve, he kills you. Whoa, we dig. Whoa! Damn, bro! This is the guy. This is the guy we were promised. This is the guy we were promised. That's the guy I remember from Prax.
It's the Turkish aim.
Yeah, that was solid.
He is the promised.
What a beast.
What this man is able to do. We just said it at the beginning of the game, like, in terms of raw ability, he's the player from the tier 2.
Look at him go.
And it's just headshot after headshot for Woot. Absolute filth on his first day of the stage.
Yeah, he's back.
He's 9-2.
this is the thing, Tom. Well, what was Liquid's idea here? Okay, mosh pit over the top. It lands on site. You know the player inside has to peek you. If anything, if we had their comms, I think that's the call. He has to peek.
I can't believe he gets his second kill.
Sure, he does. But
And he's dodging a molly at the whole time. Oh man, it was a lovely rounds.
Combining beautifully with the recon to give that extra information. No doubt that helped out in the third kill that we saw. The fourth, sheer ridiculous.
Scary team, man. Scary team.
And Tom, one of the things that we said was on this stage, nerves can kick in, and for players like Woot, he's in the danger zone. It turns out it was Team Liquid that were riding in that danger zone all along, because they've not beaten
Woot and Prax, yeah, like 2 years ago we saw Prax against them.
Remember, they burnt theirs up
The
early
beast,
in the
man.
last map, and
There were so many Turkish teams that we love to play the Turkish teams just because they wanted to aim duelers all the time, and I think it's just good to always play teams like that who are just not afraid to do anything, especially at the beginning of the game when maybe the fundamentals weren't that strong and people were just running through stuff to take aim duels. We used to play like all of the Turkish teams as much as possible. We played like all of the upcoming Turkish players. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's so much talent in this region.
It was a really solid team. Unfortunately, it just didn't make it through the sort of strength of what was Turkey, even if the expectation was there. But it's so good to see him on this stage, and it's so good to see exactly what he could do. Crisp headshots to give them that round, and now, wow.
Okay, force down for Liquid. We get one ghost into this, and this Skydog hits 2. Do they have anything for this? No. Yeah, they took some damage here though.
Yeah. So's Yumpy. He was bitten by a few things, not just the shock dart, but even the Trailblazer comes up after. So all the information is there to play with. Team Heretics have a problem brewing, and then players are going to the other side. Nats is dead. Yeah, no way out. It was only him that was spotted, and the drone was super close inside the smoke, so there could be other players there. But we see the gate crash again up top. It's on its way over towards the B site. This is going to represent an early rotation.
Yeah, and surely they don't want to fight this, right? Just an Omen flash to make them go all the way back. Rotate comes in. Yori's now here.
For Liquid, no matter where they go, they'll be running into the brute force of Heretics with pistols in hand, with low HP on Kiko and Yumpy. It seems to be a formality.
Why do I feel like they're just going to random spray long?
This one worth. But they could make it costly. The TP to A, well, Tom, the hope here is that they've rotated, and we can see
Benji has one more molly after this.
Rian's alongside Benji Fishy are in position.
Yeah, they might not even expect Rian's.
Yeah, and with the mollies, it means we have enough time for Woot to go here. Woot can then flash over towards short. Realize that no one's short as the flash goes in, and everyone can just focus on showers. Nicely done from Benji. Solid util as well on top of this. Yeah, and great flash over towards short. Flash goes in. Full info, no one here. Let's just focus showers. Lovely delay to make sure the flash can come in so that all 3 of them can look at showers.
But one we didn't expect a favorable answer to come through from Team Liquid. That shock dart did a lot. But at the end of the day, just clean setup. Rian's needed to do barely anything without quick Benji walls.
Yeah, Rian's is like, what the hell? Look at the assists right now. The assists are through the roof. It's a bit like the fast map. Like, these assists are great. The util and everything from Heretics looks so strong. I do think they need to get a good amount on defense, because on attack it's should be a little bit of a struggle, but
in comes the showstopper. Will it find value to one blast pack left? There's a player in its sights, and Boo goes down.
Yeah, and Nats has an ult and Enzo has an ult. Double push behind. Nats with his ult is not over towards the spike, so yeah, this is a big kill because Nats has ult.
So it doesn't look like that ult's going to come into play. He's going to be able to avoid this drone though. Rian's goes down. A huge pick that makes this much more.
Do they expect this?
Also waiting for the secondary.
Benji, man. Timing.
If Mystic turns around, he's got a huge opportunity here. So many players just waiting. He's immediately going to take one down, but they're there to trade.
He went for the guy doing the ult fast. Oh my god, it doesn't actually matter, bro. This kid. I was thinking, I even said to my pick'ems, there's a chance he's a little bit nervous. And he is just not at all nervous. He's doing mad stuff. Yeah, and he bailed out Benji a little bit here because Benji made the wrong decision going for the guy that was ulting fast.
This guy is ridiculous.
Oh my.
desperately trying to get himself a kill, but you can't stop Woot. He's 12-2. And for Team Liquid,
Jesus. Every time they're just like, what the hell? This kid's crazy. 12-2.
One of the best ever debuts at the VCT. It truly is just ridiculous.
Five-hole goes in. It's the good one for little Cubby here. Taking the TP with a clone. Knife goes over towards Showers, hits one. In terms of the money, full buy goes in. They can't buy next in terms of these two. Mystic one away from his ult, so that might be this going down here. Yeah, Mystic has ult.
And at this point, you know, everything else hasn't been working.
It's going to be a mad one.
Desperate times, Tom. Desperate times, and we're definitely seeing desperate measures. The tag up even onto Enzo. The Odin makes it a bit easy. No way to follow up on it, but they know there's players here. Obviously, with the Viper's pit down, you're expecting.
Yeah, and this used to be a very common attack Viper's ult. It just creates a lot of pressure.
59 seconds on the clock, mid, pitted off by Team Heretics. Benji
I think this is a great ult to get info.
That's what Mini Boo's got a mask in front of him for. The other dimension calling to him as he'll now go through and clear
that's
this
one.
Spotted.
It's 2, 3.
And he's body blocked, but he'll see 3 eventually.
Yeah, and he just tells his team to start spamming. And he sees 3 of them.
Out, and this is them cemented in their positions. Now that gate crash going into spawn has been spotted. In fact, you even have Kiko going back to spot it and kill Mini Boo when he attempts.
Okay.
It was
Respect, yeah. That was really bold from Mini Boo.
They've got one less player on the site, and Rienz is 1 HP. He is decayed down and taken easily. Oh, that's an awkward spray.
No way. I was going to say, imagine he gets another here.
For one.
For one. He almost got more. I mean, he heard the second player.
Yeah,
I don't know how he suspected it, but then he turns and gets shot in the face. It's, you know, it is what it is.
Well, it looks like this one's going a little bit better for Liquid.
Don't pull the Seekers.
Some of these players, Woot is feeling confident enough to put the Seekers in. He's going to take down Mystic. This should be an impossible round, and thankfully Nats is going to make sure of it. Doesn't allow anything more. You can see how confident this guy is.
Okay. I mean, nicely done from Liquid. I like this whole round. Odin kind of makes sense once you get this all up and you can just continuously spam, especially once the plant goes down. You can just forever spam the spike in terms of it being one person and a heavy pen. You can do a wider angle. But I like the overall plan of Liquid on this one. Makes sense.
But the Odin here, really, this is for spamming. This is for post-plant, for playing through the pit when everybody's on 1 HP.
I mean, that's an old school strat. We did that ages ago.
Well, this is it. If anything, this is proof that the Vandal shouldn't be played anymore. Get the Phantom out of the game.
Bacon's bringing back the old school.
If you want to go 1 and 7.
Problem is, every time Liquid win rounds, they lose the next.
There you go.
Well, they're back on the board again.
And the op comes out. Mini Boo.
Mini Boo, of course, he's going to have the ability to rotate very quickly back over to the other side of the map, although his TP has just faded outside the A site. You can see this execute being built in, and the late lurk of Nats, it could be problematic. No, he's going to win that fight. Maybe Mini Boo facing back.
Yeah, and they didn't expect this guy close on site here. This is nice. Back-to-back rounds, maybe? I'd even be tempted to harbor or this one, but I don't think they need to. And it's a perfect round for Liquid in terms of the amount of money. And with this could start to be interesting because, again, I think Heretics' comp should struggle on attack. They have a lot of new stuff, so maybe we'll see some of that. But their comp should struggle, at least at getting B. So if Liquid can get like 5, maybe?
Strategy so far from Team Liquid. They got this in a couple rounds, literally 2 on Sunset. And any of the rounds where they picked off Mini Boo, it was an immediate loss handed to them in return.
It also seems like the last few rounds, Woot has gone for God plays in every single round. He's succeeded twice, he's now failed twice. I think Liquid are starting to get away like, okay, we just have to watch the smokes, we have to be ready. And they're starting to adapt to some of the risks that are being taken. Even still, though, looking like they should keep 3 weapons alive. Yumpy almost managing to take out
it's a big buy round right here. And Heretics realize that. And this is a Heretics timeout, right? Just because of how big a round it is.
Get too far out of control.
I think it's the right call. Steady the ship in these moments. Liquid are starting.
Anonymous Gifter, thank you so much, and Som Non as well with the 6 months. Appreciate the tier 1, mate.
It's a more competitive one for sure. But with a player like Woot sitting 13-4, Mini Boo.
Wait, Som Non, you did 6 months in advance, right? That's crazy. Thank you so much for that, bro.
We almost saw the entire comp of Liquid
trained
to beat on the previous map.
That's how I said it. Thank you very much for that.
Really have their attack
Your name's thrown me for a loop. We got there.
But this pause in Heretics, like I say, steady the ship.
I appreciate
get
it,
them back on track.
Thank you for that.
And I guess refine any of those
Woot's looking kind of nice. Yeah, Woot's doing pretty good. Woot's doing pretty good. First map was all about his assists, really. Util had a big pistol round in terms of impact. Didn't need to do too much. This one, been responsible for a lot of big rounds.
Seems like Team Liquid are a little bit more on their toes now.
Yeah, as I said, even in the last round, you see Woot try and make a very early play to
Stretch.
catch
I
them
just
as they
gave you
get
guys
into
a
the site
stretch.
rather than waiting for the
Stretch the
retake.
arms a little
So
bit.
it might just be a moment where
Stretch the arms a little bit. I even had a shoulder pop.
Is
Probably needing to get looked at. Frenzy Fusion, thank you so much as well with the 5 gifted. Thank you, Frenzy. Chat, you know what to do is get some Slug Oilers in the chat. Thank you with the 5 gifted. Appreciate that, man. Frenzy Fusion.
Keep that defensive side set up
Every single time reminds me of the old school game.
Thank
you so much, mate. Appreciate that. And Generic Joe as well with the Prime. Thank you for the whole year. Thanks for doing that, mate.
Maybe on the back of double flashes, and that is your control to take.
Frenzy, mate. Appreciate you.
Won't be walking into that setup, though. They've gone towards the A site. Maybe
Arbor ult goes in free sight. That's a spam through smoke. That's a shock dart that should kill low bro. The most perfect timing on that. Wait. Oh, the shock darts are kind of nice at the moment. Yeah, and they took a while to get the plant after this, so this wall goes down soon, and there is a giant jewel over towards showers in a sec. And Benji was so silent here the whole time that I'm thinking Nats won't expect it. Yeah, because otherwise you would have tried to duel more for the plant. That's full blind. He's full blind.
Eventually traded out, but now it's left all optimistic. Needs to go huge, and again, the trades are there for Heretics. And this is the thing. When they get in those advantages, when they get into those retakes, that's where this
he can do no wrong.
Well, that's it. We saw it on their attack as well on the previous
Yeah, and the
map.
pause that came in for this was perfect. I mean, this is the spam through smoke. We saw the top of his head, to be fair. Pretty sure.
They haven't been losing.
That's
7-3 right now.
Can't even see a thing.
And yeah, that's the thing to remember, right? On our broadcast, when a player gets flashed,
shout out to him. I mean, he's going in to get traded. Like, he's going in to get traded, and he's shot where he thought he would be. And I mean, he gets the kill. So I can't be angry about it. I'm just more impressed with the fact he ate the flash. He's still descending it so his team can get the trade. And then he gets the kill.
I can't see you. That's a fair fight. Well, not if you're Woot, I suppose. It's still stacked towards him. Unbelievable debut from this guy, but yeah, it is against the Team Liquid that are showing.
Knife goes in. With the knife, does he just leave it?
Showing some signs.
Oh, he's going to shoot the boom bot, and then he jumps out.
Wait. We said we might get it tested by Team Liquid, and it does look like.
Damn, he's getting all the util out of them. And Omen Flash goes in, and they manage to fight for it. Omen Flash into Yoru TP. Dude, the Omen stuff is so good right now. Kind of have to take both of them at the same time so the Omen doesn't feel comfortable to flash the other part of the map. It's a great recon. They can't push forward for a little bit. He's done it again. It's on the same guy. It's on Enzo again.
It's going to cause them problems of getting into the afterplant.
This time he didn't see his head.
Easier options, utility be sending through. This time they're going to isolate Benji though. A good adaptation from the side of Liquid.
Ooh, shots.
Kiko starting to come alive a little bit in this round, but it could very easily.
Okay, raid boss down. Boo 1v2.
Boo on the other side. A 1v2, he was waiting in case they TP'd. Now he has a long road back into the round.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the rotation. What a play it would have been if they just repositioned, and many teams would. But now Team Liquid hunker down. 2 rounds left to play for, and this one could be so valuable for them. Yeah. At least put another on the board. Boo not looking to save this weapon. He wants to get in, get involved, but he's conscious. These players could be absolutely anywhere, and the time is ticking away.
This is smart though. The smoke on the spike should make them peek this angle. Yeah. They'll start worrying. They need to peek it pretty early.
Another on the board for Team Liquid. The gap is now down to 3. It's manageable. They want to close out this last round, put themselves in a good fighting spot for the next half.
Yeah, big round for Kiko especially.
The money can't be good for Heretics. Loss bonus. I think a couple of them are 3,100.
The adaptation to isolate Benji. As said, last round he gets to hold on to Showers control, takes out Nats. They don't have him alive in the late round, which is
yeah,
where
so we
a
see
lot of the time will do his best work.
a Judge go out. We're missing like all the util for the missing all the util for Mini Boo.
In the previous, but this time they're going to force them back with utility.
This one way that he's trying to do, pretty hard to hit. That's why you see him go back and forward. That's an absolute shot, mate. Back-to-back rounds where he's having good impact in terms of kills.
And look, expect a gate crash to be left behind. I glance at the hood. Mini Boo has none left. No quick rotations for him. Woot's on his way over. Has Seekers, but he's not going to use them. They've heard the players coming. Oh, the knife. It's delaying some of the
Lovely timing on the flash as well.
Easily able to punish.
No shock dart for this guy, so Wingman can actually plant, right?
I see Woot running around on this side angle. I'm getting worried. He has the info to play with. The wall will keep him locked out for just a moment longer. And the Tiger gives away his position. But they've all ran back. The post plant set up.
Even I'm the guy behind.
Thrash coming through.
Nicely done from Yampy.
Actually going to delay them a little bit, cause some problems, or pull them into Woot, giving a chance for another kill. Team Heretics though in a 2 versus 4, both players in known positions. And Liquid shouldn't be giving this one away. That time already ticking quite quickly. Mini Boo, the last man standing, won't have a chance in this one.
Yeah, Molly's going in, they secure this.
To 5 half, short of a miracle.
Yeah, no, there's absolutely no time for them to play with. It will be 7-5.
Molly's pretty low
in the end from
as well, so Liquid can definitely.
Again, that looked like it was going to just completely slip away.
Wait, was this last round or was this? Okay, it was 7-5, yeah. I thought it was 7-4. I completely deleted a round out of my brain.
Ultimately being able to deny Woot from just having an almost flawless half. He's still 16 and 7, an absurd stat line for someone playing.
Hey, what though? I think 5 is I think 5 against this comp.
We now have to see if Liquid can.
It's not too bad. I think this is definitely doable. I think this comp can't go B.
I think you could
pretty
be right,
confident
yeah.
this comp can't go B.
No, actually, I'm certain last map was both pistols going towards Heretics, and I think a lot of that blame lands on the shoulders of Woot. This guy has been popping off.
So let's see if Heretics do what they did in the other games when they played a comp like this. No ults A, ults B.
A chance here to extend that stat line from what we've seen in the past. Team Liquid on the defense, 3 players on B. Your Viper wall is coming into position to block out the retake on B to get.
Yeah, and this is the old Gambit wall.
The fight has come in. A site, Mini Boo.
Omen flash.
Through with the flash, and it's going to be Woot, the first to fall. He is finally dropped.
Omen flash into Molly. That was kind of nice, but okay, great trades on this. They still got a little bro to defuse, and Yampy has a flash.
Full control over the site, and they're tucked in to play this one together.
Mystic's going to try to isolate some of the angles. Still got shock dart available for Ian's. A perfect flash from Yampy, but the trade is immediate.
Nicely done from Enzo.
The IGL
And Stick was a little bit disattached from it, but
under their belt, as it will be just 1 the difference now between them and Heretics.
Well, that's a much better look from this squad.
Was it Heretics using the Astra to stop the Wingman plant? Yes. And on this, they were just using the shock dart to stop it.
14 HP and being able to find both of those kills. That could
Holy, okay.
That was Enzo doubling up on his
yeah, and I think they need that. I think they definitely had a talk about getting pumped up, getting the vibes back.
Either an Odin or a Ghost.
I reckon he's got some karma to make up for honestly. Every smoke, just start popping shots through it, because he was domed on the way through a bunch of times with no vision.
And we'll see how the Outlaw does here. Recon goes in. Does he want to take a timing? No, doesn't want to lose the gun.
Here we go though. Expectations for this round for Heretics.
The only gun is a Sheriff right now on this dude.
Again, any damage they can do could be a problem. Kiko looking a little bit different on the cam.
Looking good, actually. All their players are looking good today.
They are. They're all. You would say you have a crush on all of them.
They're just so beautiful. Every single one. Well, opening shot from Kiko. Almost no reaction in his player count, but he has managed to find 1. As Team Heretics close the distance, and apparently you can hip fire this weapon.
Took him a century to reload, but the no-scopes are here. Okay, it still did okay damage, really. No plant, though.
Yeah,
2 guns down.
Big round from him. Still a few weapons dropped along the way, so not going to be too clean, but enough that they'll still be coming in into the next round, and this is where we expect to see a response from the side of Heretics. Rifles available. They've also got that dimensional drift online, which, especially going into the attack side,
This gun, yeah, I'm not sure this gun's done good things for this game.
And especially when there's weaker weapons, that becomes incredibly important.
Okay, and Miniboo has an ult into this one, and they are insta-using it. So ult over towards A on this one. 3 A's in a row. And does he have time to check lamps? That's the real question. Nats did good to get a kill, though, before he goes down here. We got a Marshal, we got an Outlaw. Not the best guns to retake. And because they had an Outlaw in the round before, you would imagine they don't give him too many picks.
Tag onto Enzo. Drop down that little bit lower. Easy to finish off. There's some damage done in return. We haven't seen the kills come through, and the wall bang is so good. 26 HP left on Miniboo, and tag onto Boo as well. It's manageable. It's winnable on some level, but with Kiko going down, the odds definitely not in favor of Team Liquid Mystic. The last man standing, and they'll find one, but the ammo is running dry.
They did like the minimum that you need to do in terms of the 2 kills. 2 kills, 1 armor rebuy, and we get the swing rounds.
A little bit more annoying is that
I'm not sure who's close to what ults.
But if they hold for the exits there, I think Heretics are screwed, because you had Mystic on the flank, you had 2 players up above, like basically just holding them in to position. The only safe exit was actually through the showers, so obviously you go for it when you're that close in a position, but they could have done a lot of damage in that scenario, if not for a little bit of unlucky timing with the flash and different things like that. Nonetheless, we're still going to have them on a purchase again. We're going to see ourselves that Outlaw.
That did not need to go there.
And already
Won't be copying that one.
we're going to see Heretics looking to try and take some early control towards B long.
Looks like Liquid are responding in kind. Kiko.
Enzo keeps the Outlaw, or buys another Outlaw, I guess we should be saying. And there is no one, but there is one person that he can one-shot. They went to punish over towards long, lost one, and they got out of there. So they use one of their infos.
I think you see them desperately wanting to recover it. Now we mentioned Kiko lurking up through Bath earlier. Here's his reward, finally found, and found indeed.
So, I mean, it's a big play from Kiko. Dude, look how proactive they are, even in the 4v4, even with this kill. I kind of like this, though. Yeah, they might not expect Enzo, and I think Nats needs to leave the site. They have a pretty good crossfire from Mystic. Waze decides to stay here. And it's all about Enzo. And he took down the low HP. Even on the time. Does he have time to get over towards A? It's pretty close. Yeah, and we get a plant on A just. Yeah, left his teammate out to try get a kill. And let's see. Big 1v2.
Putting together the pieces. There we go. You see Boo try to go towards spawn.
Oh, Boo's going to get info. They're not going to go his way. He's going to go up towards heaven, and it's pretty hard. Someone's in heaven. Well, no vision block. Going to go heaven, right? Hey, he might have missed his opportunity. Yeah, a lot easier for Liquid to win this one with him being here.
But something that they have to be worried about, and the time doesn't let them clear everything. There's the info.
Reposition to heaven. Enzo's going to get this half. Oh, we going for it. Oh. Absolute shot from Boo. He played it so well. He really did.
Team Heretics extend their lead up to 2 and show no signs of stopping.
Yeah, I know. A huge Red Bull clutch coming out of the side of Boo as well. Like, this guy, it always seems to be like you put him in late round scenarios where he's able to just focus on his own individual
Benji, man.
And he pops off.
Why is Benji jumping there? What are the comms in the numbers?
Of anyone in the league. It's definitely been a little bit quieter since then. But these are the moments that sort of make big changes in what the match could become, because up until that point, the read from Liquid, fantastic. That late wraparound coming in from Enzo, perfect. The showstopper being used as well, because they knew they already had that hookah control. but it does have to be infuriating, because just isolated battles, not expecting him to be in that aggressive position, and because of that, Boo's able to win the round. And another one that Liquid are going to look at later and be like, we let that one slip.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of those in this series so far. They're going to need to tighten the ship if they're making it all the way to Lotus, to map number 3. Heretics on a likely 10-7 lead, currently sitting on 9, but they've got rifles, some ultis, and Team Liquid will come into this next round with nothing. They've called a timeout.
They got no money for this.
Talk about round 17 strategy. It's more about the next one when they have the rifles in play, piecing together everything that's been going wrong so far. And keep in mind, because of the pause we saw earlier, this is the last pause for Team Liquid, the last chance to touch base with Emil and Bacon. And now, we get back into things. 10 seconds till the barriers go up. You can see exactly what I was talking about.
Only one sheriff's allowed. There's two extra guns in terms of a sheriff and a ghost, but they decide to not go for it.
Even if it does come online here, I doubt it's
at least there's util here.
An aggressive wall used to slow
they go aggro, and you would imagine the Woot just gets the info, gets out of there, gets hard info in terms of all 3, and they spotted everyone apart from Nats. And is this Nats' molly? No.
It's a cheeky attempt from Nats.
Yeah, I mean, it's an eco.
Worked out. And again, just the patience of Heretics is what's paying off for them here. I don't know if he's going to get away with that orb, but there was definitely players in a close enough vicinity, but and
this is basically what who is it that does this? This is Zekon. When they lose pistol, he just gets orb and then takes the TP, gets double orb. Basically the same thing here. They're just trying to get the max from it.
Yeah, post plan setup. Not even seeing the orb thrown on the spike. They don't expect.
Yeah, at least get 3 orbs, double orb and a death.
Post plan instead is them looking for a couple more orbs. Woot just 1 away from getting his Seekers online. But you can see Team Liquid don't want to give anything away. Flash will reveal them. Give the information at least.
Who hunts here? Who wants their ult? Woot's 1 away. Benji's kind of close. Flash could be everything. He's waiting, sure. Tried to make it charge longer. He's just laughing to himself. He takes this though. The death is fine. The death gives him his ult. Yeah, again, like for people that don't understand what's going on, like when you have a sky flash, obviously if you charge it up for a little bit, if it gets in this area, it does a better flash, right? It lasts longer. So he's trying to make sure it goes past that threshold.
This is where Liquid have their chance to start the comeback.
All right.
After this one, Tom, I don't see them getting another opportunity.
Let's see what the big buy gives us.
A couple of ultimates available. This way you're going to have the rifles as well, but Heretics also just haven't really been letting things slip. Like their early halves have been fantastic. Their attack sides especially. Like that's where I look at Woot and go, you got a new player and maybe your defense can be a little bit more problematic or some of the setup utility. That hasn't been the case whatsoever.
Now, wait, did he have he had a rifle? Oh really? I mean it's same, I guess. He had no armor, then it doesn't matter. Actually, that's a lie. He would get an extra 1,000. Yeah, he shouldn't have gone down there.
They left that angle before the re-aggression came through. Some space taken, but given right back up. And now Heretics look to do some of the same. One player spotted up top, revealed, at least by the information, by the comms, by the pings, and now Miniboo completing the teleport.
Holy, this looked so hard to deal with. And well, here's my B site with the ult.
Against a player like Miniboo, hitting shot after shot. In comes the decoy. It's caught one.
Good nade.
I thought it was about to come through. Miniboo's being very patient in this corner. Had to give away his spot eventually, and he will go down for it. But it's still a 3v4. It's still a tough position for Liquid. They need a pick here and now, and there's setups on setups from Team Heretics.
Wait.
Oh, actually, they've caught both on the way through. Boo now has to have a big play from up top. The spray from Woot is gone, and he'll get more.
This guy is having so much impact. 21 and 14 HP. This was close, and Woot is just next level.
Honestly, his headshot percentage might be 100.
It is insane. Yeah, he's just snapping.
He's so patient in correcting back.
I'm surprised Liquid got this one so close, to be honest. 4v3, this smoke up to retake.
Again, this is a newly turned 18-year-old playing on the stage here for the first time ever. And he's so comfortable. Look,
Yeah, every time he's got util dumped on him, he's still just getting...
And, well,
Jesus. Bacon's giving me so many clips, man.
I think if I put myself in that seat, exactly the same reaction. What a frustrating
The desk, bro, Bacon smashes the desk more than Alex
things.
does, I swear.
Get yourself into advantageous setups.
He's going for Alex's record.
And yet still,
the desk gets annihilated every time Bacon's there.
Team Heretics have to rely on one thing, and it's not.
He's using bottles and stuff as well. That's the thing. The bottle went flying.
This debut has been unbelievable, and just 2 rounds away from having a flawless record within the BCT for good old Woot.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty good.
Skydog goes over towards B. But again, this comp can't really go B, so we know it's going to be A.
I don't think many were
3 people B because of the ult.
Nonetheless, still got the Viper's Pit. Now you have to bear in mind, Enzo in that retake did throw out Thrash. So they lost one of their ultimates, didn't save it for the next round because, well, they needed to take a risk. Still going to have weaponry.
Still very hard for Heretics to get through this. They got to wait for this smoke to go down. And they tried to create a lot of pressure in terms of drone, clone, and TP. Oh boy, this is literally the reverse.
Team Liquid are familiar with this setup already, picking up Brienne's, but now they have to turn and face this pit. The flash is perfect. Yumpy couldn't see a thing. Kiko trying to thread the needle through, and he'll do well for 1, but no chance of winning that fight up against Benji. Nats emerging from his pit at
2v3 with
the
a plant down in the ult.
Woot is on his way around. He won't spot him.
That's not a thing.
Guy's
got heaven control.
Cleanly closing that out, and Woot finally gets his chance to
and 5 chances to 2-0 this, and they're looking good, man. They're looking good.
Going to be a tough one for Team Liquid to bridge the gap on almost doubling the rounds flawlessly. And Team Heretics, they really do not look like there's a lot of weaknesses to exploit.
No, they haven't lost a buy round yet. I think that's what you need to say. Like, when it comes to this side of the map, it's been 5 attack rounds in a row. They've had a different sort of setup for each round, be it using the Viper's Pit in this one to get themselves into position, be it in the previous round using the Dimensional Drift to just give up everyone's information. Every ult they've used has been impactful. On the other side, unfortunately, it seems like it's been the opposite.
Oh, for Team Heretics as well, you know, this win would represent.
Are we actually gonna go B? Oh, we got an ult. That's why.
Playing like this, I'd say goddamn likely. Tiger goes through. Won't find too much. Hunter's Fury tagging
2 HP.
The spams as well. Barely holding on to life.
Yeah, and I mean they pretty much did the same thing, right? Heretics in terms of a lot of A, but when they have an ult, they can at least hit over towards B. They at least had the. They at least wanted to go B at the beginning of this. It's a mid-round call.
He's in his own spawn, but he knows there's a player around here, and he's ready to catch them on the rotate. Mystic goes back, but Spike is
spamming on 2 HP.
Miles away, Yumpy's down, and they're separated. They're fragmented.
This guy, dude, how many kills is he on?
Together they might stand. They were not united.
Shout out to Woot, man. He lived up to the hype. He really did.
Opposite side of the map, Spike to be diffused.
Between 23 and 25.
Taking the long way around, and he's just about being heard, I believe.
Yeah, Benji knows.
He knows.
Mystic doesn't really stand a chance. Yeah, I don't even know if he'll check this.
I was watching Benji's face the whole time there when he was coming to smiling, knowing that he's got this kill. Okay, shout out to Woot, man. That was sick. Mini booth, first map. Woot on this. Obviously, Woot in the first map as well had great util. And yeah, that was one of the better ones.